Hello everyone, welcome back. This is For the Love of Silver here. We'll start the day out with giving the silver prices, the lowest silver prices on the market out there, and I do this strictly for the new stackers and for the old stackers too, really, because even after I'd been stacking a couple years, I went to the wrong place a couple times and thought I was getting a deal, but and I did all right. I mean, I didn't get hurt. Silver was $17 an ounce then, with a lot higher premium, of course, but I could have done better if I'd have just known more, and that's why I give these silver prices out. The lowest one comes in at bullionbrothers.com, bullionbrothers.com, and they was at $22.47 an ounce. Monument Metals was next at $22.50 an ounce. Believe it or not, Kitco was in third at $22.51 an ounce. And then Hero Bullion, looking at them all, at $22.56 an ounce. I'm sorry, I don't know if I mispronounced there or not. $22.51 an ounce at Kitco. And I do that strictly for the newer stackers. And in my opinion, people better be gathering a little something up, because I got a little bit of news to come in here right now. I was looking at and watching videos like everybody do and gathering information. In the last 2.5 years, 350 million ounces of silver have come off the COMEX. 350 million ounces has come off the COMEX. Now, somebody's draining the COMEX. Somebody's keeping the silver price suppressed and allowing someone to drain the COMEX. I wonder who and what. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. But that you'll have to make your own decisions on that, and who do you think's what. But I would, if I had to guess, I ain't going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get pulled down that rabbit hole. 5.5 million ounces have been delivered this week off the COMEX. Now tell me they're not sucking the silver out of that bad boy. 40 million ounces of gold have come off the COMEX in the last 3 years. This week, 877,000 ounces of gold came off the COMEX. Tell me it's not getting drained. India has bought 400 million ounces in the last 4 years of silver. That is more than is on the COMEX now. Other countries are really stacking it up, and China's a big one. China just now got through buying a Canadian-based gold mining company for $273 million. And China, some people say China could have up to 5 times as much gold as we do here in America. I guess that's their population and their Fort Knox. They are really, really, really been stacking it up, and like I said in the previous video, they're chopping down the tree with a butter knife. They're doing it. They're not being very public about it. I mean, you can trace where gold's going. They bought the London Gold, the London Metals and Gold Exchange a few years ago. Quiet. You didn't hear nothing about that. They've still got the same kind of people running the place, but China owns it. And this whole BRICS thing is really, they're slowly, methodically, really pulling themselves up into the place that the United States has held for so many years, and we're just kind of asleep watching it. I do have high hopes for America. I do see a lot of people waking up to this stuff now, and we've really got to band together and get out there and do something about it. Very important. Very, very, I can't, this is a document that is for all of us, and they made it, these gentlemen right here made it for us. And that's the one thing that we're going to have to get back to right there more and more, and we're going to have to stay with it, 12 million people have come into our country in the last 3 years. If 1% of those people have ill intent, and that's a whole lot of bad guys, 120,000 bad guys. You gotta think about the whole thing is a big picture. When I say chopping down a tree with a butter knife, I mean there's people on the border, and it's not just the people from South America and the people from Mexico coming across. There's a lot of Chinese coming into this country, a lot of everybody, and where our Social Security people here, the people that are retired and have paid in their whole lives, they're getting $1,400 a month to live off of. And as soon as those immigrants come into the country, I don't care where they're from, they are put on an allowance of $2,200 a month. Now, that's kind of a slap in the face right there to the American people, don't you think? I mean, I'm all for people bettering themselves and this and that, especially if they're doing it the right way. But these people are just crossing over the border, and then they're put on, they're given, a family, let's just say everybody's over 18, and there's a family of 5 rolls across, that's $10,000 a month, that they're giving that family who couldn't live on that. I mean, everybody's out here struggling, trying to make it, and I'm one of them. I'm not a wealthy person at all, and it just, I don't know, but I've never taken anything from the government. I've never had food stamps or any of the things like that, and I've worked my whole life and paid my taxes. But anyway, enough about all the bad of the world. Let's get into what the video is about here today. And now that I've got all the Silver Eagles and I've got them all in a MS state, I want to go over them one at a time. And here is the 86 that I have. Beautiful coin. And I would say that's at least AMS condition, wouldn't you guys and gals? And there's my 86. All right, let's look at the 87. Ta-da! Very nice coin. There is a scratch on the case, not the coin. I was real particular about putting these together. So there's the 86 and the 87 side by side. All right. And here is the 88. 1988. We're 3 years in now. Very nice looking coin, good luster. I love me a silver eagle. And then the eagles are made like this, so you can flip them and they'll be right side. If you go this way, they'll be backwards. Very nice, 88. And the older years was hit and miss. I had to sometimes get a couple of them to get the MS condition coin. But there's the 88. Now let's go with the 90. Where's the 90 at? The 89, I'm sorry, 88 and 89. There's the 89. After this one, we'll be into the 90s. Very nice looking coin. All right, here is the 1990. It's not perfect, I don't think, but it's real close. It's AMS. It's starting to tone up a little bit. There's a scratch or two on the case right there. And the reason I say it's on the case, you can see it reflect onto the silver coin when you turn it a certain way. But out of the case, it's a real nice looking coin. And that is 1990. And here's the 1991. Never been out of its case. It's always been in the case, never been out. Really nice looking coin. I do love me a silver eagle. So my goal was to get them all in an MS condition, and I think I've done that. And we ended right here with 91. So I'm thinking, yep, here we go. We know that's a MS condition coin. That's a 69. And I would say those others look just as good as that. So they're probably 68, 69, maybe even a 70. The 86 is one of the tougher years to get a real nice coin in. But I thought I was pretty proud of the one I got. Okay, now we want to go with a 93, which is probably this one here. It is. Look what a beautiful coin that is. Really, really pretty coin. Really tickled with that one, the 93. Then the 94, a real low mintage year. And there it is. The 1994, beautiful coin, beautiful coin. I'd say at least a MS69. It may be a 70. And if it's a 70, it's a, as you can tell, check your red books on the 1994s. And if you've got a 70, and this one may very well be, let's compare it to the one that we know is a 69. And I do think it compares very well. And we may just have a 70 here in that the MS70 here on the 94. Because it's got that cartwheel luster to it and everything. It's a really beautiful coin. I'm not sure about ever having it graded, but we've got it. And here is the 1995. The next video, I'm going to go ahead and start out with a 96 again and go through them again now that we have them all, and finish with 2024. But you can make your own opinions of them. I think we're all MS condition. If you do not agree, please comment, and I'd like to know why. And they are in the cases, so if you do see a little scratch, 99.9% is going to be on the case, because I'm really clumsy. But there we go. And there's a video for today. What do y'all think about the COMEX getting drained? I mean, drained. There's not a few more weeks of them sucking off of it like that and draining it. There's not going to be anything left on the COMEX. I mean, this is getting kind of sketchy here. And I mean, silver prices could go just through the roof when, you know, silver companies can't get the silver to even deliver it anymore. You might not even be able to buy it much longer. I mean, that's a serious deal, you know. I mean, there's just so much of it. Yeah, there's silver that is still in the ground, but a lot of it we can't even reach at this point, you know. And silver's not like gold. It's not, you know, it's gold. You know, you can take gold and melt it down and make another necklace out of it. And silver, a lot of times silver's used in computers and this and that, and cars. They say a new car has at least 2 ounces of silver in it now. And like I've said many times, the Tommy Hawk missiles that America uses, you know, that's 15 to 16 kilograms, you know, 500 ounces of silver in one of those warheads. And I mean, think about it, you know, they shoot that over the sea and pop that off on a ship, you know what I mean? That's going to just turn to dust and float to the bottom of the sea, and there's no way of recovering that kind of thing. And on a battlefield, you know, I mean, what are they going to do? Go mine the old battlefields? Maybe at some point, but I'm not sure we have the capability of, you know, I mean, in our lifetimes, I hope in our lifetimes, but there will come a time that they will mine the dumps, you know, in all the garbage and stuff. I would say there will be a time that the dumps will be mined for silver, because it's not a finite thing, you know. And I'm not saying that the world is running out of it, but the mined silver, you know, I mean, at $20-something an ounce, companies aren't real gung-ho about going and mining it. especially with, you know, I mean, it's more of a companion thing. Silver, from my understanding of it, it's when they're mining copper or gold or other minerals, then they extract what silver they can from it then. And so it's, you know, I'm sure there's silver mines out there that just mine silver, you know, like the Comstock lode. You know, they built a mint there just because there was so much silver there. You know, they were sending it to San Francisco and having it, you know, minted into coins and stuff. And then they finally just started the Carson City Mint. And that's where the CCs, Morgans, came from. And the dimes, I guess they minted a lot of stuff there. But it didn't last long when it ran out, or, you know, got to where it wasn't producing like it once did. Then they shut it down. But anyway, that's our program for today. Keep on stacking. I'd say stack while you can. It's going to be a wild ride this year, and I mean, I'm not giving advice, but, you know, to my family and the people I love, I'm constantly telling on them about buying silver. You know, at least because it's so cheap. It's cheap. It's the most undervalued asset in the metal on the market, without a doubt. I mean, and it's a very, very important metal too. It's used in so many different things. It has so many uses, not just jewelry. You know, the computers, yada, yada, go on and on and on about the things that you can do with silver. But anyway, don't want the video to go too long. Love and blessings, everyone. We're on the hump day here. I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. I love everyone. And stay safe. And we'll see you in a couple days.